I can say with pretty good certainty that I would say most of you guys have heard of Nancy Spungen. Her death is probably one of the more infamous cases or infamous murders that have come out of the rock and roll scene, if you will. Anyway, we're here at King David Cemetery. This is in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. This is where Nancy is laid to rest. So we're gonna walk around the cemetery and then I'm gonna show you her grave. Along the way, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of what happened to her and how she was murdered. Obviously, a lot of you guys already know the story, but again, I'm just gonna kind of give you guys the brief overview, if you will, and show you her grave. So Nancy Spungen was born February 27th, 1958, and died October 12th, 1978. She was 20 years old. Now, obviously, there is a lot of controversy regarding her death. So Nancy became pretty quickly involved with the rock and roll scene. Now, Nancy left home at 17 and moved to New York City. She supported herself in New York by doing different things, including sex work, music journalism, and then just random odd jobs here and there. So she started following all these bands around that time frame in the 70s, including like Aerosmith, Bad Company, the Ramones, etc. And pretty soon after that, she met Sid Vicious, who again was the bassist of the Sex Pistols. Soon after the meeting, they moved in together. Their relationship was anything but smooth. They dated for around 19 months, and both of them were involved in different drugs at the time, but mostly heroin was the drug of choice. Now, the Sex Pistols broke up in January 1978, and so that is when Nancy and Sid moved to New York City at a hotel called Hotel Chelsea. And now Hotel Chelsea is an incredibly famous or infamous hotel, however you want to look at it. There's been many deaths related to that hotel. Now, at the hotel, they stayed in room 100 and they registered under Mr. and Mrs. John Simon Ritchie, which is actually Sid Vicious, his real name. And on October 12th, 1978, Nancy's body was found in the bathroom of their hotel room. She had suffered a single stab wound to her abdomen, which ultimately proved fatal. Sid, of course, was living with Nancy, so he became pretty much the #1 suspect. He was arrested for her murder and charged with second-degree murder. He, of course, pleaded not guilty and was released on bail. And I think what makes this case that much more bizarre is the fact that, as you all probably already know, Sid died of a heroin overdose 4 months later, which pretty much means that we will never know 100% for certain if Sid actually had any involvement in Nancy's death or not. Now, of course, there's many different theories, many different rumors. One of those rumors is one of several drug dealers who had visited Nancy and Sid's hotel room the night that Nancy was found. So they suggest that maybe a robbery gone wrong. Certain items were missing from their room. The police detective said that they found the murder weapon, the knife, in plain view, just sitting there in the hotel room, and that there was cash and other stuff just sitting there. One of the theories is that whoever came in, maybe one of the former drug dealers that went through, because they had many people coming in and out of their hotel room throughout the evening. So one of the theories is, you know, all this cash and stuff was lying around in plain view. Maybe one of those drug dealers or someone went in, saw all this cash and decided to try to steal it, and maybe Nancy tried to stop them, and they stabbed her once and she died. Anyway, guys, you probably have your own theories. Let me know what you guys think in the description or in the comments down below. Now, as far as I know, Nancy, her family anyway, were Jewish. And so obviously she's buried with a Jewish inscription, if you will. Up top it says, "Your odyssey is over, sleep in peace." Now Nancy is buried right next to her father named Franklin. I think he went by Sonny though, as his name is in quotes there. Obviously that's just a brief overview. There's way more information on both Sid and Nancy. But again, most of you already know the story, so I didn't want to bore you guys down with a ton of information when I think most of you already know the story pretty well. I just wanted to come here and check out her grave and pay my final respects to her and show you guys. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy these kind of crime videos, especially when I go to the actual locations or go to the graves of the victims, just make sure you subscribe. And until next time, my name's Harmon, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.